everyone. Welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig through the dusty corners of corporate filings to find the juicy bits. Today we are looking at an 8K filing from Zedge Incorporated, and let me tell you, it is not what it seems on the surface.
So what is this filing all about? Well, on the surface it seems pretty standard, a current report for the 20th of October 2025. But the real story here is not in what they are reporting, but in how they are doing it. They are essentially attaching an investor presentation and treating it as a big announcement. This is usually done to give information to investors about the company. Now, this section is called Regulation FD Disclosure, and this is where things get interesting. Regulation FD stands for Fair Disclosure, and it is a Securities and Exchange Commission rule that aims to prevent companies from selectively disclosing important information to certain people like analysts or major shareholders. Basically, everyone needs to get the same important news at the same time. So when a company is about to release news that could affect their stock price, they have to tell everyone. What Zedge is doing here is attaching their presentation as an exhibit, basically saying, hey, here is the information we are going to talk about. They are not filing this information in a way that gets deeply scrutinized by the SEC as part of their mandated financial reporting, but rather as part of a communication designed to inform.
The core of this filing is this investor presentation, which is probably packed with all sorts of updates about the company's performance and future plans.
And then we get to the exhibits. This is where we see what was actually attached to this report.
Exhibit 99.1 is the investor presentation itself. This is the meat and potatoes of the filing for us as analysts. It is likely to contain key performance indicators, business updates, and perhaps even financial highlights.
The other Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file, which is basically a digital tag for the document itself for easier sorting and searching by the SEC.
Before we dive into the presentation itself, which we obviously cannot see directly here, let us look at what Zedge has registered. They have Class B common stock, and it trades under the symbol ZDGE on the Nice American. Common stock means it is ownership in the company, and Class B often implies different voting rights compared to Class A stock, though we do not have details on that here.
The fact that it is traded on a public exchange like the Nice American means they are accountable to public investors and have to follow these reporting rules.
This section is just confirming that their stock is indeed listed on a public exchange. It is a necessary piece of legal information for these filings.
Now let us talk about Zedge itself. What does this company do well? Zedge is known for its app that provides digital content, like ringtones, wallpapers, and notification sounds. Think of it as a marketplace for mobile personalization. It has been around for a while, and they have had to adapt to changes in the mobile landscape and how people consume digital content.
And who is signing off on this report? Jonathan Reich, the Chief Executive Officer. As CEO, he is ultimately responsible for the company's performance and its disclosures to the public. His signature here signifies that the company has reviewed this information and is presenting it on behalf of Zedge Incorporated. So what is the big takeaway here? This filing is not a detailed financial report like a quantitative 10Q or 10K. Instead, it is a communication tool where Zedge is sharing its investor presentation. This means the real insights will be in that presentation, which likely spells out their current strategy, their recent performance, and their outlook for growth. We as investors or analysts would then examine that presentation very closely, comparing those numbers and claims to what we expect from a company like Zedge and also to what their competitors are doing. The key is to see if the presentation paints a realistic picture or if it uses marketing speak to gloss over any weaknesses. Without seeing the actual presentation, though, we are left with a framework of the disclosure. We know they are talking to investors and sharing information about their business. The question is always what is in that presentation that they want investors to hear. Are they highlighting user growth? Are they talking about new revenue streams? Looking at Zedge as a company, their core business of mobile personalization has evolved significantly over the years. They have had to compete with in-app purchases directly within mobile operating systems, and also with a flood of free content. Their strategy has likely shifted towards engaging their user base and finding ways to monetize that engagement more effectively, whether through advertising, premium content, or partnerships. The success of their investor presentation will hinge on whether they can clearly articulate a compelling growth story that resonates with current and potential investors. We will be looking for any concrete numbers on user acquisition, retention, and revenue diversification within that presentation that was filed.
To wrap it up, this 8K filing is essentially a wrapper for Zedge's investor presentation. It signals that the company is actively communicating with the market potentially about new initiatives or performance updates.
The true analysis will come from dissecting that presentation itself. We need to see if the numbers and future projections presented are solid and backed by a sound business strategy. All right, that is our breakdown of this Zedge filing. What is your take on companies using 8K filings this way to share investor decks? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
If this deep dive was useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for ongoing discussions. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.